Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say thank you all very, very much for organizing this panel. Thank you to the president of the Tunisian Bar Association. It's truly an honor to be here, and we are very, very happy. Thank you for giving us the space, for making this event possible. This is possibly one of the most important events of our mission. My name is Melanie Schweizer. I'm a lawyer from Germany, and I'm a member of the steering committee of the Global Sumud Flotilla. I'm proud to be here also with Wael together to have some opening remarks about this very important panel today. First of all, I want to just underline also the importance a little bit more about this event that we are having today, the legal panel, and all these amazing people that have agreed to come here, that have offered their words, and especially Mr. Hattem, also what you said, were very important words, to hear this also from lawyers. We are in a stage of genocide. It is not just a genocide, it is a global, collective, colonial genocide. It has been going on for almost 2 years. And I think genocide doesn't really comprehend anymore what we are seeing on a daily basis. I think also it doesn't make much sense or logic to compare atrocities, but what we are seeing is something, as Mr. Hattem was saying, is unprecedented. We have never experienced this scale of violence in our lifetimes. We have of ruthlessness, of sadism, that we are seeing on a daily basis, and it's taking a toll on all of us. It's taking a moral injury, and we are here for exactly that reason. I just want to also say briefly, as being a lawyer from Germany, lawyers in these times are especially asked because they know the international laws and regulations that we are having. And an event like this would not be possible in Germany. That is for the reason of state repression, but it's also for the reason of the lack of support from the society. And the society also, this includes lawyers and judges. And that's why I'm especially very happy to hear these words also, because we can see here that the so-called Global South is leading us at this dire moment of time in humanity, that the so-called Western states, that they have failed completely, that we see now that they don't have the moral high ground anymore, because what they are doing is beyond comprehension. We cannot stand for this. And me saying this coming from Germany now, being in Tunis, it's for us a safe haven to be here, because we are persecuted in our own countries, and we cannot understand what our governments are doing, and that includes also the legal personnel. We have few people in Germany who are very supportive, and all over Europe we are also finding each other and doing the same. What we are doing here, creating this international solidarity and coordination to fight this international, global, colonial, racist genocide. We are doing this within our networks and legal networks all over Europe and the world, basically. But just to stress this importance, then I want to say, why are we having this mission? Because as a member of the steering committee of the Global
نقول أن هذا الأسطول هو أكبر أسطول إنساني يتوجه إلى غزة. لم يقع ذلك من قبل. بالطبع نحن نرى كل هذه المجازر والفظائع المرتكبة في فلسطين كل يوم، وهذا الأمر ينفيه الكثيرون، مع أننا نراه رؤية العين. القادة الغربيون حقا يتجاهلون ذلك الأمر وينفونه. والأمر
sun is shining, right? And the press also is doing that. Instead of going outside and looking at the weather, they are multiplying basically lies and propaganda. And we as a mission, we are here to set the record straight, to say that what is happening is not in our name, that our governments do not represent us, and that our governments have failed. They have failed. They have failed to live up to their responsibility, to their legal, political, and moral responsibility. And just as being a German, I want to stress this point especially because coming from the country that has committed the Holocaust and that has sworn to the world that never again, we're sitting here again, and Germany is again on the side that is taking part in genocide. And that's why also Germany is accused in front of the International Court of Justice for aiding and abetting to genocide, just as is Israel. So we heard 2 days ago that the Genocide Scholar Association almost unanimously declared that this is by no doubt this is a genocide, and there's basically no way out of this anymore, but still our governments refuse to take the necessary steps. That's why we are here. We have all come our way in different paths. So I am from originally the movement to Gaza that went to fly into Cairo to try to march to Rafah. Then Wael is with the Sumud convoy that made their way here from Tunisia towards Egypt. And then we have organizers from the Freedom Flotilla, and now we have also the Asian movement, the Nusantara movement that is with us, with Nadir. We're very pleased and very happy about this. We have come together because we realize that our national endeavors that we are doing to pressure our governments are fruitless because our governments are not listening to us. So we have to organize and we have to remind ourselves that no oppressive, violent system in the past, that we have experienced many of them, that they stopped their violence just out of their own mercy. They stopped because the people, there was an uproar. People were rising and people were demanding in the hundreds, in the thousands, in the millions. We know this from Mahatma Gandhi, from Nelson Mandela, from Rosa Parks, from the apartheid system in South Africa, in the United States, from the colonial system in Algeria. That it wasn't ended because the governments thought from one day to the other that they would do the right thing now. And it's just like that here. It will not end if we don't put pressure, increase our pressure, and do not escalate our endeavors as well. So this mission is here not only, to bring humanitarian aid. That is, of course, our first and foremost and most important goal. And just as being a lawyer, to put this straight, this is not aid. This is the basic minimum that the Palestinian people have a right to. So this is not a favor. This is what they are entitled to, and what they are being denied, of course, by the Zionist state of Israel, but also by the world. And then, of course, we want to create a humanitarian corridor. We want to make sure that the fleets keep coming. And this is the one part of this mission. But the other part is that we want to carry a lesson of international law. This mission is not just here to bring these basic things, because, of course, as you all know, we are a civilian endeavor that is not supported by any government or by any politicians. So what we bring is only a drop in the ocean on the side of the factual, the food and medicine that we can bring and the doctors that we carry. But what we are doing is we put our bodies on the line, because we are saying no more of this, and we are calling out on our governments to finally abide by international law, to respect the rules that they have created. They expect us to abide by the law, and we expect them to abide by the law. And that we are embarking on these waters, this is completely 180% and 200% within the merits of the law. It's our legal right to embark on these ships. It is our legal right to embark on international waters. It is our legal right to actually stop at the ports of Gaza. And I think I want to make this very, very clear, because it's very important for our narrative on this journey, because we will be attacked by information war and by defamation war. Israel has no legal right to be in Palestine at all. They don't have a right to be in the Gaza Strip or in the West Bank. They must leave there. And also, of course, all these illegal terrorist colonies, they need to leave as well. But the important point, and that is also clear by the International Court of Justice with their advisory opinion from July 2024, that Israel has to leave immediately and that all of this is illegal. So the presence there is illegal. And if they claim that they can catch us in the Palestinian waters. They cannot, because they don't have legal authority there. And we have the authority. We have the San Remo handbook in our bag. We have the humanitarian agreements. Humanitarian organizations, they are under international law not allowed to be hindered to carry and to bring humanitarian law. To hinder this is a war crime. It is also a war crime to embark on these ships and vessels and to intercept us. That's an act of piracy. And I just want to set the record straight here, because this is very important. We have, with everything that we have been doing, walked within the lines of international law, and our governments, they are obliged to protect us, to shield us, and to go along with diplomatic pressure, and if need be, to send their own fleets. The NATO is in these waters, and they must make sure that we can execute on our civil, legal, international rights. And this is going to be a moment of truth for every government to see. And just in a very brief last message, the governments, they are not doing this by their own will, as we have already understood. So we need the public, we need the civil society at home. The civil society, the legal associations, the lawyers, the people of this world, you are the wings, the waves, and the wind that are carrying our mission. And you are the protection shield. And we need you for this, because if not, then we will delve into a world where we will have accepted and normalized genocide. And this is not going to stop at the borders of Palestine. This is coming to us as well. This is going to be, we will enter into very dark times, and this is unacceptable for all of us. So with this, I want to leave it here. Thank you all so much for organizing this. And it's a very, very dire moment. I just also, with the very last message, last night, 150 Palestinians have been killed. They have been either bombed or killed by this humanitarian violence, as Mr. Hatem was saying, starved to death. This is 150 people in 24 hours. In our Western newspapers, there was not a single headline of that. There's not even reporting on that. So this is being normalized. In no place in the world this would be normalized like that. And we are here to say it's enough. And we will do whatever is possible, and we will break the mental walls of having this feeling of apathy, and that this is not our obligation. Genocide is called a crime against humanity because it affects us all. That's why it's a crime against humanity, and all of humanity has to stand up now.